Hello guys, it is Emo Demon, the Demon of Death. I want to announce some new information. I have a new phone that is personally for the podcast and my listeners. And for some of y'all that are watching my YouTube live right now, you see that I'm not really looking like myself because I gotta work and they don't allow my makeup or my nail polish and stuff at work. So, but yes, so my phone number, and y'all can contact me anytime, and I will answer. I'm here to talk to you, and help you through what you're going through. So, but if I don't answer, leave a voicemail and I will give you a call back as soon as I get off of work. And I will be releasing my schedules for the week so that you know what times I will be available and what times I won't. So if you do want to call and talk. So my phone number is 704-314-7699. So it is 704-314-7699. And I have a new Facebook that is personally made for my podcast and my listeners, and a place for us all to talk, make a group on there, and meet new people and make real friends. So my Facebook is a capital EMOZ and then space DEMODEMOON. It's Emo's Demon, and it is my logo, the same as my podcast, YouTube, and everything. And my Gmail is DylanMaxSmith at gmail.com. Uh, it is spelled DYLANMAXSMITH at gmail.com. And my Twitter username is EMODEMONZ704. That is my Twitter. And my Snapchat is EMODEMONZ704, the same as my Twitter. And my Instagram is the same as my Facebook, EMOZDEMON. And then I have a TikTok account that I will be making videos on every now and again if y'all would like to check that out, because most y'all are on TikTok or whatever. So my username for my TikTok is EMODEMONZ704. So that is my new information, and that phone is specifically for my podcast and my listeners. So that phone is just for the podcast. All those accounts is on the phone, and I have an email set up just for y'all along with my voicemail box. So if y'all ever need to talk anytime or any day, just give me a call out. All right. So our poem of the day is just because. Just because my eyes don't tear doesn't mean my heart don't cry. Just because I come off strong doesn't mean there's nothing wrong. And most of y'all probably can relate to this poem. Uh, like, y'all know what it means already, the riddle that's within, the words that are just randomly put together, that leads to a story that is deeper in someone's mind than most can see. Uh, so to me, the poem means just because my eyes don't tear doesn't mean my heart don't cry. It means just because I don't let someone see how badly hurt I am, that it's breaking down, that it's destroying me piece by piece. But we don't let them see that, but it still means that we do hurt, even though they can't see it. And also, just because I come off strong doesn't mean there's nothing wrong. Just because I'm hard on the outside. I don't talk to most people. I don't really let anyone in. It doesn't mean there's nothing wrong. It doesn't mean I'm not hurting the same as someone else. We're dealing with something that I feel that no one else can relate, can understand. And yeah, so I also wanted to start our normal routine of the podcast, guys. I would like to inform y'all I am working on getting my podcast on live radio also, and I should be giving them a call back sometime soon today before I head off to work. And soon we'll begin on live radio. So now I will be broadcasting on my live YouTube, on my podcast that is now all over the world almost, and live radio. And I will be informing y'all with the information of the channel for the radio, or the name of the radio station, or anything else to help y'all know where it is. So whenever you're driving, or you're just going for a walk, or something, and you just need to listen to something, you just need to chill. You can listen to my live radio, and you can even call in. That's what the phone number is for. So this phone is used directly for the podcast only. So all listeners, everyone that's hurt, that knows what it is to relate, you can call me, and I'm here to listen. I'm here to talk to you. Here to help you get through what you're getting through. And I'm here to be that someone that you need. So please try to contact me. And we don't have to talk on the podcast. We can talk personally. And everything that you tell me, I don't tell to nobody else. That's all your business, not mine to give out. So I'm just here to help, to listen to you, to talk, to be that friend that you need when you're going through those tough times. Uh, So I've been working with my sound equipment and everything. Soon I will be getting a new mic so that y'all can hear me better, and I will be getting a bass pad and some sound effects to add onto my podcast to better improve it for y'all listeners. And then we should be fully good to go, running like an actual podcast station, which will be good and awesome because then I get to help y'all out and listen to y'all, and y'all get to come on my podcast and talk and be there. Have people that might be going through the same thing, listening to what you're going through and understanding more. And it'll help them out, plus it'll help you out to just get it off of your chest to talk to someone. Uh, Tonight we're going to talk about anger. It's the subject for the podcast today. Uh, Give me 1 second. And the beats that is played in the background is not mine. I just play them for the music in the background to set them for our podcast. And I'm trying to find my lighter right now, but I'm just gonna have to use one of my old ones. So I'm currently working at Domino's on North Point, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. If any of you are in town or nearby or whatever, come and visit sometimes. Our lobby is closed, sadly, but we do call-ins and stuff, and like you can open the door, you just can't come inside. So I don't know if you're in town or whatever, but you can meet me in person. Uh, and we'll exchange numbers or whatever else. Anything to be help for your service. Uh, we get mad sometimes. We get mad sometimes, and we say things. We go through things. Thoughts run through our head, but in a brief rush, the adrenaline that kicks in, uh, the thoughts, so much anger that we all bottle up, and we have no way to let it out. It's hard to figure out everything. It's hard to keep your cool sometimes. And we're all fighting to stay cool. to not lose it, to not let anyone see us, so that they can't find a weak spot to get to us, so that they can't hurt us. But eventually it bursts out. Your anger just loses its holding place. The shackles break. Everything is different. In a bad way, though. You might hurt others, you might hurt yourself. Some people, me included, might not be able to feel that other stuff, but we still have the idea of how it is. Uh, but yeah, uh, let me see. I broke my other phone, so that's why we haven't been podcasting lately. And for some of y'all that are watching the YouTube video, I am showing you my phone. It is completely broke. I shattered the right hand bottom of the screen. About 3 finger inches away from the very bottom is just a white shattered dot. It was working after I had dropped it, but then the screen fully glitched out and now it's not working, so I had to get a new phone. And see, I had just paid the phone bill for my other phone, the one that is broke. And like I paid $50 for my phone bill, but then I broke my phone by accident, so I couldn't use it. But with one of my old Samsungs, I got the Samsung Galaxy A10e, and then I bought a new one, and they let me pay $16 to switch the phone bill that I paid on the old phone to my new phone, and then I had already bought the other Samsung Galaxy A10e, so my old one and my new one is activated, and then I decided to make just one phone personally for my listeners, for my viewers, for someone that needs help. So I only use that phone for that information and everything, so I'll always be able to help or be there when you need me, or if you need to talk to anybody. And everything that you tell me, I don't tell anyone else. I don't even say on my podcast without your approval. And you can be on the podcast, or we can talk off the podcast. It doesn't matter. It's all up to you. I'm here to help. Here to be that someone that y'all don't have that I didn't have. That no one really has. So yeah. Uh, so got a few other things to talk about. We are going to talk about you, you think you know someone, but then you don't. Um, you hang around them for a while, you live with them in some cases, you get to know them for years, passes by. You think you know someone, but then you really don't. The truth comes come out eventually, and then you realize that everything was something else than the thought in your head that you was hoping that would be the truth. And then you just wonder and think about everyone else. And then that thought of just loneliness just breaks out in your mind. And you just wonder. Yeah, you just ask yourself, but then like you already know the answer to your question. Am I gonna be alone forever? And that the answer that you just feel that you think you know is true is yes. Why would anyone want to hang out with me? Why would anyone want to be in my life? Because most of the time that's not true. But we believe it is because we don't understand. We've been alone our whole life, so it's nothing different than what we had already lived through with all we know. surround ourselves with books, maybe. We surround ourselves with books and movies and things where we can look into their reality and their life and try to feel what they're feeling, try to comprehend what they're going through. But we do that to avoid everything else, to lock ourselves out of our own thoughts, out of that room that we call a black hole, the slug that slides into the bottom of the door. It just forms a black vortex that sucks out everything else. And then you start to ask yourself and question, am I human? So we try to close the door, try to put a chair in front of it so it doesn't open back up. Try to clog those thoughts and memories away. And try to live a different life in our heads that we know that ain't true, but we hope that will be one day. And as long as you try and you fight to get what you want, what you deserve, better than what you do got, you gotta keep fighting. I know, it's hard. It's really hard. Thoughts of suicide and depression runs through your heads, runs through your minds, and it's hard to tell about anything else. And you just wonder, what would everyone think if I was dead? What would the world come to? Would there even be a change? Would anything change? Would anything be different? Would anyone care? And then you just wish when you die that you can go into ghost form and watch, even though you're gone, you just want to be there to watch what happens, to see if your thoughts was corrected, to see if no one would really care. Some might, some might not, but you still wonder. But sometimes it's good for us to wonder, because if we did know, then it would only break us down more than we thought it would. To live that moment that we put ourselves in our minds. But we can't. That's why we wonder. And wonder is a very powerful word. God. Wonder surrounds everything that goes on to function your brain, to function the four-letter word what we call life. It's all wonder and walking in the sight of where we're going, bright or dark. We still know, but we still have wonder. Wonder if anything good's ever gonna happen. Wonder if it's all just gonna be bad. There ain't gonna be no change in it. And I wanna wish y'all luck, guys. I know that most of y'all might be going through DSS or abuse at home by parents or family members or anything else. Might be in a group home getting beat by staff. Might be in a mental hospital for a suicide attempt. Just know, I'm here. I know what it is to relate, and I know what it is to go through all of that. Just know you got somebody. My information is always available at all times, and I'm here to help you get through what you're going through. And nobody really can help you get through what you're going through but someone that knows what you're going through, already has lived it, already knows all about it. And that's why I come on here and I talk about my life stories, or I have other people on the podcast. It shows y'all there is proof that I know what it is to relate. I know what it is to go through so much. And when I was, let's say about 10 maybe, my birth parent, which I don't call him dad, I call him by his legal name, Robbie Vincent Smith. He always watched this preacher, Dr. Mike Murdoch. But the guy, my dad believes he's a prophet, believes that he sees visions of things that's going to happen before it happens. And he's totally crazy. He believes that he's going to die on the cross like Jesus did. But yet the man beats his wife 24/7, beats his kids, tries to kill them, and he believes he's a prophet. And then he believes that if he prays to God, it says, I'm sorry, and asks us for forgiveness, that it's all okay. And I mean, the Bible does state that, so it would give you the thought about that, but still, doing it over and over and over just breaks down the whole question, the whole situation, everything that is presented in front of you. Yeah, he still believes he's a prophet. He still believes in so and so and so, but he's not. And Robbie, he presents himself that like he is to everybody else. That he's a just man, this and that. And my mom, I just found out. My mom had something wrong with her nose, and I had found out way after she had told me a totally different story. She had told me about a car wreck or something. That's why her nose was like that. But then later on, she told me that he had punched her in the face, punched her in her nose, that he was throwing tables and chairs at her. But that was the usual back at home. That's all I ever seen him do. He never worked. He always laid in the bed. I never seen him work ever. He claims that everything that we have was his, that he worked for it, that we would be home in the grave if it wasn't for him. But what's true about what's he never worked, nothing ever. My mom always did. She was the one that always provided the food, drinks, the rent, and all of that, except sometimes. But she was always at work, never home to see what a vicious, cruel man Robbie Vincent Smith was. So she still has that thought of happiness for him. She's still trying to get him out of jail, even though when she does get him out of jail, he won't let me see my mom because he hates me and believes I'm a terror devil. He would beat the hell out of me if I ever came near him or my mom because he doesn't like he doesn't like his sons and daughters, his children. He, if you ever met him, you would see how crazy he is. But thankfully, you won't. But most of y'all know how it is to have abusive parents, parents that beat you all the time. And then you eventually get immune and used to it. Of the beatings, the cruelness, the pain. Starting out at a very young age and experiencing pain all the time, you eventually get immune to it. I know how it feels. I bet you a good bit of y'all, my listeners, my viewers, y'all understand too. Most of y'all are probably going through that right now. I'm sorry for you. And when I get my podcast on live radio, I also want to announce that I will be doing these questions and fun facts about my podcast. So it's going to be me asking you 10 questions about past things I've talked about, things that you remember from my podcast. And when I get it, my podcast on radio, I'll be setting that up. And when I start making a lot of money from the podcast, instead of donating it to charity, I'm going to be giving it out to people that have listened to my podcast and make my dreams come true. I'll be giving about $200 to them. So you'll have to call and I'll read you the questions. And if you can get them all right, then I will send you $200 through Cash App or PayPal, or I can transfer it directly to your bank. So that's what I will be doing when I get my podcast on live radio, which hopefully will be really soon, so that it will be worldwide. Everybody can hear my podcast, so and I can help out way more people, and I can be there for more people and help them get through all of this stuff and everything. And I know it's COVID-19. We're all experiencing the lockdown. They're trying not to let us leave. We can only buy certain amounts of stuff. I don't really care to be aware of that. So, guys, I'm gonna end the podcast. I'm going to end the podcast here, but before I do, I'm going to read to y'all my contacts information one more time so that y'all will know. So my phone number is 704-314-7699. That is my phone number. My Facebook is EMOZ space DEMON. That's my Facebook. My Gmail is DYLANMAXSMITH@gmail.com. And my Twitter is EMODEMOZ704, and then my Snapchat is EMODEMONZ704. That is my Snapchat, and my Instagram is EMOZDEMON. That's my Instagram, and my TikTok, for some of y'all that do TikTok and would like to see my videos or whatever. My username is EMODEMONZ704. Alright, y'all. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to Can You Relate? And I wish y'all the bestest of luck. Emo Demon out.